Hey guys, I am back with another video, and today I am going to be reviewing Morphe's Huephoric Rush 3-in-1 Silk Blush. If you are thinking about purchasing this product, watch to find out what you need to know before you buy. Purchased this product at Ulta and it costs $15. It comes in 6 different shades, which I think is a good amount because there's a lot of brands that only come out with like 3 to 4 shades. There are other brands that come out with up to 10 shades. So I think it's kind of in the middle. What I like about these shades is that when you look at them online, they all look pretty different. So they're not all the same. I purchased the shade Pleasured, which is a warm pink. This blush primes, hydrates, and blurs the skin. It melts into the skin on contact. It is buildable and blendable. It gives you all day wear and hydration, and it has a supple matte finish. Here's the product. I do like the pan size. I feel like that is a good amount of product. Here it is opened up. I don't smell anything. I am going to just rub my finger and swatch it on my hand. It's very smooth and buttery. It reminds me of a lot of cream blushes. There is the color on my hand, and I did rub it a little bit more so it would dry down. It does dry down to a matte finish. I have all of my makeup on already, so I am going to do one side of my face using a brush. I am going to use for the brush this e.l.f. Putty Primer brush. I know this is supposed to be for primer, but for cream blushes, I just like the way it applies with this because it's very dense. There's a lot of bristles and it just applies really nicely. For the other side of my face, I am going to use my hands. That is also another way that I have applied cream blush in the past. So let's start on the right side with the brush.
Baby, pull me under. You're something to discover. Let me explore your wonder. A little excavation, a little less conversation.
I really like this color. I think it is a pretty pop of pink. When you first apply this color, it is on the lighter side, but it is definitely buildable. I did use a couple coats on both sides of my face. I do prefer using the brush versus my hands. I'm just not used to applying makeup with my hands, and it took some time to get the placement right and the amount of pigment I wanted it on this side. But yeah, that's just a preference. Both ways applied very nicely. I'm going to do my usual wear test. I will wear this for about 4 to 5 hours and do the first check-in, and then after wearing for 8 hours, I will come back and do the final check-in and final review. So I will see you guys later. My face is pretty oily right now. It is a mixture of sweat probably because it was 110 degrees outside and my regular oiliness. And the blush is still there, which is nice. It is pretty oily on my cheeks right now, so it may be harder to see with this lighting, but the blush is still in the spots where I put it. The side that I used my hands to apply the blush, it looks a little bit more faded on that side. I'm going to wear this for at least 3 more hours and then I will do my final check-in.
Let me explore your hunger. A little bit.
It has faded and my face is kind of a mess, like all around makeup wise, because of being out all day in the heat, sweating with the oiliness. It's still on my cheeks. It's just not as pigmented as when I first applied and even when I had the 5-hour check-in. But I do like this blush. It melted into my skin. It was easy to blend. I didn't have a hard time with my hands or with the brush blending it out on my cheeks. This color specifically is on the lighter side when you first apply it onto your skin, but it is buildable. It lasted for the most part on my oily skin. It did fade, but some of the color stayed on. I think if I were to layer this like with a powder blush, I think it would help to make it even more long lasting. Even though it looks dewy right now, and I think that's more because of my oiliness and the heat, but it did dry down matte, and it was matte for the most part in the beginning. I don't really have anything bad to say about this blush. I mean, It's pretty good. The only thing would be that it didn't last as long as maybe some of my other blushes. But like I said, I really think that if I layer this with a powder blush or maybe set it with a powder blush, it would last a lot longer. I would repurchase this, and I actually would want to try their apricot shade. I have never tried an orangey type of shade, and when I saw it online, it looked really pretty and maybe it could work for my skin. So I may try that one out when I repurchase. Thank you so much for watching my review on Morphe's Huephoric Rush 3-in-1 Silk Blush. If you want to follow me on all of my other social media, I am at Jenn Reviews on Facebook and on Instagram, and I am at JennReviews_ on TikTok. If you're looking for a certain product that I reviewed, I do separate my playlist by brand. So all you have to do is click on that brand and you can see all of the products that I've reviewed from them. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Do you think about what you're running